All right, everybody, welcome back to Madhouse Unfiltered. This is our championship spotlight. First up today, AJ Sanders, 2024 Stadium Stock Champion. How's it feel, man, going 3 in a row?
It feels great. Anytime you can do that, not necessarily here, but I mean, here is special, but anytime you can do that at any racetrack is great. It's real great.
Yeah, so take me through your season here. You kind of ran away with the points kind of after Chuck Wall had some issues early.
Well, you know, it's not always necessary that Chuck had a few issues. Yes, he did, and that helped spread it out. We just had that great a season. If you really look back, I mean, my worst finish was 2 fourth-place finishes.
That's right.
When you can have that good of average finishes, you know, you're going to have a big point lead.
That's right.
And, you know, I look at it like that. I mean, we were right where we deserved, I feel like, deserved to be with the finishes we had.
Yeah, so you mentioned that your lowest finish this year was 4th.
4th. Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, not just here.
Exactly.
So what does it take from your standpoint and equipment standpoint? Because I mean, you're on your way to work today. You go to work and then you come back and work on the car when you have some time. What does it take for you mentally and physically to be able to achieve such a feat like that?
People don't realize how much it really does. You're out there on the, like say, number one, you race on Saturday night, and then you got to get up early like this, go get in that tractor and trailer, head to Pennsylvania. But the good part, there's a bad and a good on that. Because when I'm in that tractor and trailer, nobody's with me. I got plenty of time to think on, well, what do I need to do to the car? It was doing this. What changes can I make? I'm on the phone with people the whole time. So, you know, you got to look at the good and the bad of that part of, you know, the having to leave. But it's been good because we came up with some stuff this year in the engines that to help keep the motors from breaking. Not necessarily performance, but to keep them from breaking. And it worked. I was the first one to try it. And I think it's going to be a future in that kind of engine for people. But, you know, like I say, it's got its goods and bads, but the main thing is, you know, you got plenty of time to think. You ain't with your family, of course, and then when you get back, you got things in your head that you want to do, so as soon as you get back, you just do it. And my way of it is I get back on usually Tuesday morning, so I got Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm back out again Wednesday night or Friday morning. I mean, Thursday morning.
Yeah, so going into tonight, going into last night, what was your mindset knowing that you're going after your 5th championship, 3rd in a row, and you tied up Kenny Boss and Chuck Wall to be the only drivers in the Stadium Stock Series to win 3 championships in a row? What does that mean to you to be creating history here, especially this late in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I know you said the ties, Kenny Boss and Chuck. I don't think they've won 3 in a row. I think that was the first time that's been done. Chuck's won 2 in a row, but 3 in a row, I'm pretty sure. I have to go back and look myself, but 3 in a row is pretty tough to do. I think people's won it twice. Connor Keaton come down and asked me what was I going to do, because you know he was needing to get to Chuck, and he wanted to go race Chuck to try to win 2nd in the points. And when it did, I told him, I said, hey, dude, I come here every week to do one thing, and that's to win, to run the best I can run. You know, it wouldn't be fair to myself, my sponsors, or my crew if I got out there last night and just rode. I don't feel like. Even though, yeah, everybody, the big picture is the championship. I knew I had to be easy the first few laps and then just go. And that's what I done. I mean, to go from 19th to 4th, I was tickled. I don't know what would have happened if precaution would have come out right there at the very end. Right. We might have got even better, but or we could have gotten a wreck. But I was going to go all out, just like I've done every single week, because you can't. This is a place everybody says, well, what's your plans? That's the first problem you're gonna have. If you try to plan something, it's gonna bite you in your butt. So the best thing to do is roll out there and just do your thing. And that's what we done. And I tell everybody, thank the good Lord above. I mean, He's been with me all year and kept me safe and no DNFs. And what's amazing is it's not just Bowman Gray. We've been to Wake County twice, won both times. Been to Florence and won. So it's not a fluke that, hey, he got lucky at Bowman Gray or whatever. I mean, we ran good everywhere this year. And that's great and sometimes you have those years. I've had the years too, you couldn't do nothing right. So, and what's odd, if you look back, car number 24, the year 24, and the date was 24. How odd is that?
Wow. Divine.
Yes, that was so odd. And we knew that going into it. All these 24s are lining up.
That's right.
And, you know, is there something to it? I don't know. I'm not superstitious, you know. I just go with it. But, you know, it's been great all year. You got Flo here. You got some of the greatest fans. Either there's one or two things. Either they hate you or they love you. And it's that simple. There's no really in between. And then you got you with great photos. I mean, that means a lot when you get your sponsorship, because I sell my sponsors really off of your photos and Flo. Because I say, hey, if you get right here, see this great photo in the book, you know, your name's going to get seen. And that's how you do it. So there's a lot goes on at Bowman Gray that you don't see at other races. I've been doing this 42 years. I've seen it go crazy all the years I've raced.
Right.
And thank God, I hope everybody's got the speculation that NASCAR is going to come in and ruin the place. I don't think so. Why would you ruin a place that's doing so good?
Right.
I mean, it's doing good for us, doing good for them. They wouldn't have never come in and wanted it if they didn't. And I hope they don't I know they're going to make changes. Don't get me wrong. Changes are coming. Life is about changes. And I just hope they don't come in and do major changes and screw it up for the little man.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
And touching more on that, what were your thoughts with the operational changes this year? I know we went from, you know, a kind of a small company. I know this track was NASCAR sanctioned, but it was kind of a small company with Greg Garrison and Winston-Salem Speedway Incorporated running this place for the past 76 years. What were your thoughts going into the season, knowing that NASCAR has officially taken over the operations here, and you know that big changes are coming?
Well, I mean, this year I didn't know what to expect. I said, well, we come in and I think you're gonna have to be on your best behavior because NASCAR's will be looking. But at the same sense, I knew too, they like the wildness here. That's what brings the fans. Right. So I didn't see any real major changes because I think Austin just kind of worked under Gray's shadow. Gray still ran everything, all the decision making, everything. So I didn't really see a lot of changes. There were some things happened this year that I didn't like, you know, with the car count, because scores said they couldn't score 26 cars. So the rule says 26. Then next thing you know, you got full fields, because I'm running for the NASCAR National Championship. You have to have 16 cars. Well, one night we had 26 cars, which is our full field. 30 minutes before the race, Gray and them decided they're going to split the field, and that hurt. That night on my NASCAR part, still I was able to capitalize on it, but it still hurt. And I just wish they would have a rule and go by. And they got some stuff they need to work on rule-wise, because our rules, and Chuck Wall, all of them, Charlie, all of them, I tell you, our rules don't meet the cars. People says, oh, he's cheating. How do you consider cheating here anyway? Because the rules were written whenever they started this division back in the 80s.
Right.
And there's not a car over there legal by that rule. I wish they would come up with some of us drivers or whatever that's been here a long time and say, hey, what is the rule package at other tracks? What would y'all like to see here? Because we don't need nothing wow here. We just need to keep it simple, you know, keep it where you got your car counts, keep it where people can come have fun, but have a rule book that we can go by if something happens that night. Right now, it's all...
It's Wild West.
It's a true gray area right now.
Yeah.
Because, and when I say that, gray just has to make that decision. So it's a true gray area. And I hope they do get a rule book that fits our cars. And I think that probably needs to be done probably in every division.
I hear you. And you're a good voice to have in that discussion as well. I mean, as a champion, do you feel a responsibility to kind of spearhead those conversations with the track and with promoters at certain tracks and everything? Knowing that rule books need to be updated at least every 10 years or so?
Yeah, I do a lot behind the scenes. Tracks call me, other racetracks, I won't mention them. Hey, we need to put on a race. What do we need to do? You know, how can we get our car count? And I try to tell them what they need to do because I don't have the money that a lot of people think I have. I do not. And so I have to do it on a shoestring budget, they call it. I build my own motors, my own cars, my own rear end, transmission. If whatever's on that car, I touch it. Yes, Durham Engine Service, he does all of my machining for my motors, then I assemble them. He's a great guy. If it wouldn't been for him, I couldn't do what I do. But in racing, you've got to keep it where the little man can afford it. And I'm not throwing nobody under the bus or nothing, but like the TM brands and the modifieds or whatever, you got certain teams that's got unlimited almost budgets. But then you got your little team, they're never gonna be able to keep up until you equal that out. And I like seeing it where whatever you gotta do, no matter what they spend or what they got, the little man can still keep up. And that goes for our class too. Make it where you got to drive the cars. Not, well, I can go ahead and spend, because these guys now, I'm just telling you, they're going ahead and spending 15 and more for engines in a 4-cylinder. And people think I'm lying. I think I got maybe $3,500 in my motor. But I do it all myself. Mm-hmm. I order the stuff, put it in there, and it works. Everything I do, people says won't work.
Right.
But I do it, and it works. So, you know, that's what I like to see is let's get a rule package that anybody can build a car. Now, it's up to them to have the knowledge to have a car that's going to be able to run up front. And that's going to take them a while if they don't have the knowledge. But have it where you can go to Advanced Auto Parts and buy the shocks. Go to Advanced Auto Parts, buy the clutch. Not, well, let's go get a $1,000 clutch assembly. That's where you start hurting racing, is when you start the cost deal.
Yeah.
And these mini stocks now, if you'll look online, are good, like my car. I could sell my car tomorrow, 20 grand. Who ever heard of a 4-cylinder, 20 grand? I mean,
right.
Honestly, I mean,
yeah.
that car should be, I don't know, $8,000, $9,000 car.
Yeah.
But to sell it and to turn around and rebuild it and build it nicer and like it needs to, you'd have to sell for 20 grand.
Right. I'm gonna let them do this real quick here.
Yeah.
They're just taking on this banner, so it'll be pretty quick. We're trying to talk.
Beep, beep, beep.
No, it's all right. You're good.
No, just work harder. Come on.
No, you're good. Go ahead and do what you need to do. It's fine.
Get a sharper knife, Squeaky.
I'm gonna start pulling teeth.
So let's go back to last night here. Me and you talked last year for the champion spotlight that we did last year, and is it how I know how special it is to you to have your family and everything down there right after the race and everything. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how. I mean, again, 3 in a row. How special is it to have your family down there with you celebrating such an important milestone?
Oh, it's very special. my wife is funny. If you could have been filming her, you should have. All week, she's been just so nervous, coming up with these what ifs, what at, and I told her, I said, listen, just shut up. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and she is probably the worst enemy when it comes to the racing for that championship night because she's so nervous. Now, don't get me wrong, I know why she's doing this because she's scared. She knows what this place can bring out of people. This place can bring the worst out of people. You've seen it at the end of the race. But I know going into it, I'm very, very proud this year. I did not have to get into anybody this year to move them. Nobody had a reason to wreck me. And so I knew that going in. I said, well, if they do, if somebody does something stupid, we'll handle it when it happens. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it like this. I had 5 cars out there last night ready. It's like being at an army, you know. When they come over the hill, they're ready. So that's basically what it was. If they played a game, we were going to jump in that game and play it worse than what they were playing it. So it was, and that's the thing about this place. You think you got it there. Again, I said earlier, game plan. You can't have a game plan. You have your game plan. Hey, I'm gonna wreck him on lap, whatever, 5, take him out. Well, guess what? That 5.5, you ain't got a wheel on your car because the man two people just come through there and just tore your stuff all to pieces. And you know, don't get me wrong, I don't like that kind of junk. But if it happens, it happens. But getting back to the family, I kind of got off there. It was great because I had family. My oldest sister is probably one of the most godliest people I've ever been around. And she kept telling me, hey, it could be fine. It's already worked out. She had good feelings. She says, worked out. And I trust her. She loves me to death, and I love her. I mean, there's not a bond like it. My other sister, she's at home. She can't be here. She says she gets too mad. And she will. She'll go off on somebody. I love her, too. And I wish she could have been here, but my niece had a baby, and she just got home yesterday with it. So, you know, but and being out there this year with my son, Blaze, and him to be part of the crew versus driving, and then Steven, he's helped us big time this year. One of, ex-competitors, Luke Smith, I mean, he come on board. There's so many people, some of his crew members, Scooter, then Doug Hall, he comes all the way from Franklin. I mean, he's 1 mile past Franklin County Speedway. I mean, you imagine coming every Saturday to do that. Right. And they don't get paid, so you get your family down there and your friends, you see them happy. And I tell everybody, yes, it's about AJ when you win a race or win a championship. It's AJ, congratulations, AJ's your this, AJ's that. No, it's not. It's that whole package. And I mean that when I say it. It's everything from me to the people that help me on the car, here at the track, that machine shop I was just talking about during engine service, to race engineering. I buy the parts from them. If they don't send me good parts, I mean, it takes a package to put this together, just like your filming. You can't just go to Walmart and buy a camera. You got to hide a whole package. You got to have good stuff to make it happen. And thank God we got a good group of family and friends that keep us tied together, and sponsors. I mean, I got probably, my sponsors I'm very, very lucky. Like last night, she is like Caroline Travis Horse Realty. You know, we're going to Carteret's this weekend, but Friday we're going to Wake County because I'm chasing that national championship. She's like, what do you need? I said, I don't know. Just, if you want to send me something, you can. Well, I'm going to send it. So that's what I'm saying. They're behind me 110%. Whether I win or whether I finish third, last, they're behind me because they know I'm trying and I try hard. And, and just like in Victory Lane, I try to represent myself well for kids. You see how many kids was down there, and that probably does me more good than anything is the kids, because that's our future. Whether it's the future of sitting in them grandstands paying the ticket booth money, or out here on a team or having a car themselves, and you want to influence them in the right way. You don't. I mean, this world we live in is terrible, and they don't need no more bad influencing. And I have parents a lot of times come up to me and tell me, "Thank you. You don't know how much that kid looks up to you, and how much I appreciate you," and that means a lot. And that's why I keep saying. Now, you know, I've been doing this 42 years. I'm 56 years old now. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do it. So like last night was very special to me because of my health condition, you know, with my heart and stuff and the things I've been through. How much longer am I going to be able to do it? Well, it's good. One good thing about it, when I do have to hang this up and give it 100% to Blaze and Steven or whoever, and my grandkids, whoever I have to give it to, I hope I can stand there and watch them do the same.
Right.
So.
And touching more on that, we spoke, going back again to our interview last year here, you said you were kind of setting Blaze up here to take the reins and everything. And then going into next year, what's next for you? I'm
gonna really focus on Blaze next year. I'm gonna race.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna focus on giving him the same equipment, completely same equipment I got. It's gonna be up to him. And I think he has came a long ways, because the car he's got is a good car. It's my old championship car from here. And it's a good car, but it's time to put him in the same equipment and turn him loose and have, because I hate excuses. I want results. I hate excuses. And I don't want him coming in saying, well, it don't feel like it'll really run like your car, blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, I want him to have the same thing, and next year he will have it here. And hopefully, and you know, I know Connor won the rookie year, and I'm not taking anything away from that. I know they have a way of doing their rookie rules. And I don't want to say something here that makes it sound bad, because I'm not. But personally myself, and I say it like it is, I feel like as much as Connor has raced here and other places, I feel like your true rookies was Austin, Long, and Blaze. And, you know, your top rookies. Then Sydney, of course. But Sydney done great for a girl. She started this out to have fun, just a thing, wave at the crowd, blah, blah, blah. Well, then she got, just like everybody, they strap in their car, they get out here at Bowman Gray, and it's like, wow, I like this.
Some clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did great. I mean, for a girl. She did really great. And like I say, I want to be behind all of them. I've done, as people know, as much as you're going to ever do in a mini stock all over the world. I won the national championship in 2014, the first year they ever had it for us. I've won this regional championship. Now this year, I would like to repeat it in my book sober. You know, and then it's all about whatever I want to do. If I can do it twice, the reason I say that, so many people says, it was handed to you. Anything's always handed to you when you're at this place, you got critics. So I want to repeat something and say, okay, it wasn't handed. Because you got great competition. You know that, right. The Keaton boys, they're great. Tyler McDonald, Chuck Wall, I could keep naming them. Even the Cates has come up a lot. It's so much competition out there. You got to be on your A game to outrun Chuck Wall or McDonald or the Keatons or whatever. And it proved it this year. I mean, we didn't have but 4 wins. And that was the most.
That's
I mean,
right.
Usually you get 6, 7 wins, no problem.
Right.
This year, 4 is all anybody got. So that tells you the competition level had to be good. And like I say, I just enjoy it. Yeah, people says, when you gonna hang it up? You got your critics saying they need to make me move up. Why do they need to make me move up? It makes that class better. It makes them work harder if I'm one of those people that everybody's shooting for.
Right.
So, and I would move up. If somebody come along with And I mean, it's got to be a top-notch car, money. The whole deal's got to be there.
Yeah.
For me to do it.
Right.
Because what I'm doing, I love. What I'm doing, I can't afford to do it myself. Because I mean, I've had the knowledge over the years. But what a lot of people don't know about A.J. Sanders, look back in the 90s. I ran Concord. I learned from the best of the best. Freddie Query, Jack Sprague, Shorty Balcom. I mean, I could keep going. I mean, so many people. Bobby Labonte. Some of the dirt guys came and raced. Jeff Smith, Freddie Smith. There's so many people that and then I ran dirt for years against Freddie Smith, Jack Boggs, all the Moyers, the greatest of the greats. And that's where I learned how to work on cars, because Freddie Smith's daddy, Grassy, taught me how to do a lot of stuff on my V8 car. Did we set the world on fire? No. Did we win a couple races? Yes. But, you know, we just didn't have the money. And finally it got to a point, my dad owned his own business. And I said, listen, you know, he didn't have a great business. It was a painting company. But I told him, I said, listen, Dad, I'm done. Back then, when I had to spend $50,000 to race a late model, because you had trouble every now and then, we couldn't afford it, even though he wanted to keep doing it. I said, let's do something we can have fun at. So me and both, he was racing 4-cylinders then, and I was helping him. Well, I got another 4-cylinder. We both got to race together. It was the best thing I ever done, because I got to be with my dad. And, you know, that was great. So,
Yeah.
I got nothing to hang my head down. If I died tomorrow, hey, I've had a good life.
I hear you. Well, congratulations again. I mean, just incredible feat here to win 5 championships at such a historic place like this. It's no small feat. So congratulations again. I'll give you this opportunity here to thank all your sponsors, partners, whoever you need to thank.
Well, one thing I'd like to say too is I don't know what they're going to do with the Clash here. I know it's coming. And there again, I'm one that likes to speak out for drivers.
Yep.
I think it would be cool to have all your champions here that night and represent them out on the front stretch, as NASCAR saying. And if we could win the national championship, then, you know, if we can pull this off. And he had a bad night last night, really bad. So that helped. But if we could win that, I think it would be cool anyway for all the champions, for them on the Clash night to represent us out here and show what this place was. This was your champions from the previous year, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So hopefully they can see this, or somebody can mention it to them and say, hey, you know, that might be a good thing to do. Because I'd like to come, but of course, you know, ain't no way I'm going to be able to come, probably afford that. But anyway, yes, I do have to thank my sponsors. LSR, you know, they have race cars. He came on board this year and helped me a little bit. But Carolina Trad Choice Realty, Amanda Tucker, she's been with me 11 years now. I mean, that's a long time on a mini stock. And she supports me big. Twin City Towing, Tommy, same way. I think he's been there 9 or 10. It's right there at it. Locaretta's in Moxville. He was the Mexican restaurant. He was here last night. It surprised me. Parish Tire, the company I work for, I'm fixing to drive for here in a minute. They came on board a couple years ago. Jerry Hunt Supercenter, Todd Hunt. You see him on a couple of cars here. The man is great. He's a great person. We don't have a lot of conversation. He helps me though. And, you know, Todd is a great, great person for racing, because he's really involved. But Radical Race Gear, he was here last night. Furnishes all my safety gear. Mark Dyer with National Graphics wrapping the car. He's there for me anytime. Luckily, he gets on to me, because you see my car skin up or holes in it. Man, let's redo it. Ain't no redoing that thing yet, and they're wasting his money. But he does the cars, keeping me and Blaze wrapped up and going there. There's so many people on the windshield. Got NC drive lines on there. and that was kind of funny because we had to put the sticker on there for us, a sponsor at Wake County. He said, hey, since you're doing good at Bowman Gray, if you never need anything dry shaft wise or anything, just come see me. So kind of turned into a product sponsor on that. Wade's interior, he spotted for me this year. Trent did, and you know, actually sponsors me too. And I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but because trust me, I appreciate every one of my sponsors. Because you can't do this without sponsors. I don't care who you are. I don't see how. It blows my mind how some of these guys do it. And I'll say something, and probably shouldn't say this, but I sell gas to a lot of them guys over there. Most of them run the fuel I bring to the track because I sell it to them cheaper. I sell it to them for cost, just to help them out. Because I'm not here looking. I want to help these guys, and I build motors. The funniest thing is I help build motors for half of them. Yeah, even have something to do a little bit. I know Butner builds Chuck's motors, but we kind of got together. Butner come to me, Chuck, and I helped them. You know, tell them what I had, what they need to do. And that's what racing needs to be about. Because we may not be blood family, but we're family. Because we spend as much time with each other in the racing as a family, pretty much. They're on the phone with them or something, or we're arguing with them and then make up. Because, you know, everybody knows, you know, mine and Chuck's friendship. It's been for years, since Elkin days up at Friendship Speedway. So it goes back a long ways, and you know, I cherish that. I mean, when you can go out to vacation and you both first and second in the points. We've been to Pigeon Forge and we were first and second, and we're sitting there talking about it. How we're not going to wreck each other to trying to win over the other one, because our friendship means more than that. So, but I like to thank Bowman Gray. I mean, as bad as this place, you can hate it and you can love it. This year we loved it. Next year may hate this place, but that's just part of Bowman Gray. It's a love-hate relationship, and the fans are the greatest they ever were. And Gray does a great job here. I know I'm one that's very vocal, and I'll tell him what I think. And him and Austin had to hear from me this year. But that's just the way I am. I feel like if you don't speak your mind, don't go behind their back and say something that you can't say to their face. And that's just the way I am. And thank you. Like I said again, you do great picture work here to help us out, and for the banquets, for everything you do here, and Flo for what they do. You know, a lot of people don't know. Flo gives a check. That little bitty check helps at the end of the year. So all these sponsors that sponsor the divisions, the awards, I mean, 200 here, 200 here, 200, well, it adds up at the end of the year. And you need it by the time this year is over, most of the time. Luckily, knock on wood, we had, you know, great year. Didn't tire no bunch of stuff up. And I had the dream, I guess call it dream season. And I like to thank NASCAR. I'm hoping I can represent them, and God, I hope I win this national championship. I'm telling you, it's crazy, because I tell everybody right now, unless they've changed something, you get not one dime for a national championship, which I think's wrong, because the top level, the Division I, they do. So, and I'll say it, I hope NASCAR sees this. Come on, help your little man a little bit, the same as everybody else, because working just as hard and spending money to try to say, hey, I won the national championship, to get a trophy or a plaque. You know, I know it's about the recognition. It helps you get sponsorship, but come on, at least show us you appreciate us. I mean, give us helmets, give us uniforms. They could get products if they want to for the little man as well as the big man. So I hope I hope they see this. I don't know if they will, but NASCAR, please do the right thing and help the little guys out there, no matter what it is.